A lot of people have been asking me, hey, what is the purpose and meaning to life? And it seems like a pretty fair question. So I'd like to take the opportunity now to discuss in length the meaning of life. So, as you begin your journey into understanding the meaning of life, the first thing that you have to take into consideration is that there have been billions and billions of people who have lived on the earth, and a whole bunch of them are a lot smarter than you are, and they didn't figure it out either. So good luck with that. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, you like start searching, like, you can, like, you know, like, give up your whole life and you go travel, like, to, like, India and Nepal, and, like, climb mountains, and then there's, like, a bunch of, dead people that went there before you, and they're still there because they can't get them off the mountain because it's economically infeasible, and it could be detrimental to the lives of those participating. So they're just leave their dead body there. And these are people that were trying to find the meaning of life too. And then you can get like to the top of the mountain and go, hey, I'm on the top of this mountain. And then you find out it's just like being on a different mountain, just, it's just cold and you can't breathe. And so if you really ever found like the meaning of life, it's probably just because of oxygen deprivation. So that's not really, all that good of a strategy for finding the meaning of life. So you could like books, and you could find like a super guru or something on YouTube. Buy a lot of t-shirts and coffee mugs with inspirational quotes and stuff. And it probably won't really give you any answers either. Or you could like, some people are like, well, hey, maybe I could like join an ancient fraternal order. And then they'd have answers, and then you get involved in there, and then there's just a lot of strange meetings you got to go to and listen to a bunch of stuff, and find out you could probably just watch a couple YouTube videos or a couple TikToks and pretty much get the gist of it. So what I'm trying to say is that if you really want to find meaning in life, you're probably good just make something up. And just go with, as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're having a good time. I mean, if you get to the end and there's like, God, this God person shows up, and God's like, hey, you're a pretty good person, and you're like, well, I tried. And, it seems to me like if it's a good God person, that that he, she, whatever, God's going to be like, hey, good job. You were a good person, and you could have been not a good person, but you decided to be, a good person. So you get to go hang out with all the other good persons, and then that'd be pretty cool. So you just, so like, if you search, like, you read books and stuff, and probably there's just pretty much just kind of, I think most people just kind of make something up, and they go, hey, this is what I did. The people are just like, well, seems like a pretty good deal. I'll just do what you did. And then they're like, oh, okay, it's cool. And so then you're just a bunch of people just kind of doing the same thing because somebody else was doing that, so they just do that. Or you just do your own thing. You can just, or you could even start, like, you could start your own thing, and then people are like, hey, I like what you're doing, I want to do what you're doing. You're going to be like, oh, well, that's kind of weird, but if you want to do what I'm doing, that's, you know, I'm not going to stop you. Your own thing. And then they're like, hey, that's pretty cool that you're pretty cool about me doing my thing by doing your thing, because I don't really have a thing to do, but I like what you're doing, and I kind of identify with your doing of things, and so I'm just going to do what you're doing. So that's pretty cool that you're cool with me doing what you're doing, which makes me want to keep doing what you're doing more. And then you're like, all right, that's cool. And then maybe, you know. So that's pretty much it. You know, I mean, life is just, you just make something up and go with it, and then at the end we just kind of sort it all out. And like, if there's like a God person, they're probably pretty cool. And then, you know, it'll be cool from there. But then if there's not, like, there's no meaning at all, then you're just, you know, well, then just, you know, just while you're here, whatever you did was whatever it did. So that's why you should just find something that's cool to do and just go, okay, this is my meeting, and just do, you just do that, and then you're just, that's pretty much it. That's the meaning of life. You just pick something and go with it, and then just, you know, you make adjustments on the fly. You know, you might come along, find something that's cooler, and you just gotta add it in. You know, that's cool. That's, you just sort of just, you don't really sort of, you know, finding meaning in life. You just sort of just make one. You just you just sort of build one. You just sort of make one up and just go, and then if it works, it works. It doesn't, you just do something else. So whatever you're doing, you know, as long as you know, if you're happy, cool. I do, but you know, make a cool one. You know, do a cool meaning of life. Don't go with the whole humdrum, boring thing. Try to, you know, liven it up a little bit. Get a little dancing in there. Dancing's pretty cool. Maybe a little singing and dancing. You know, so throw in some strange philosophy that involves aliens. That's cool. Work in the dinosaurs somehow. Like, give them, you know, and trees. Trees are pretty cool if you work the trees into your plan. You know, just, that's pretty, you know, just, that's what I'm trying to say. Just, you know, it's whatever. And you might be saying, going, hey, that's not really, you're not really saying much. And then, but you know, if you look at all the other people who have said they have meaning in life, they're pretty much the same thing. It's just, you know, you just make something up and just go with it. So, all right, I'm gonna go make some mac and cheese.
All right, for those who are not familiar with Rodney Norman, that's kind of his thing. He rambles. He's Mr. Nanner said, this guy is rambling. Good morning. It is morning with the Dred. I'm OSB Dreds. Mrs. Dreds is here with me. How are you, Mrs. Dreds?
I'm good.
I know I ask you that all the time. You're like, well, you know, we fucking live together. Why would you should already know how I am. Kind of do, but you know, not a mind reader. before too many F-bombs get put out there. Bam. There's little Dave up there in the corner, little Dave the stoner, letting you know. Parental advisory.
Yep.
So put the earbuds in if you have little kids running around that are not in school. I hear a lot of them are going back to school today. Is it, or no, not today. Were they going
Sometime
back?
this week.
It's
They have
sometime
some
this
going back.
week. Yeah, they went back to school here though. Some of them. I swear I've
Mhm.
seen some of the dreaded back to school photos that have what movies are we talking about? Who is that?
Lucan.
Lucan. I do have a couple movies to talk about. One is called Resurrected, and that's from 2023. And the New Children of the Corn. Me and Mrs. Dreds watched that last night, and got a few. Got a few things to say about that one. I'll just leave it at that. But I wasn't going to do to talk about this article, but after reading through it, it is pretty funny. A woman puts bug spray raid in her boyfriend's drink after a night of drinking, a little nightcap. She goes back to her place, little nightcap. I'll tell you about that here in just a couple minutes. It's funny. But first, it's time for some drum roll, please. Shameless self-promotion time.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course, first and foremost, we have, most people who listen to the show know that I'm involved with the Helvira Project. Helvira on the Run. I did a little voiceover as the announcer, and the second installment of the Helvira universe is Helvira's Haunted Asylum of Horror. That is kicking off on Kickstarter. See what I did? I said that last week too, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kicking off September 1st. But right now, with I believe 8 days to go in the stretch goal, I believe portion of the campaign, we have the Pervert magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a magazine that's going to be in Helvira's Haunted Asylum of Horror. And they have some really cool perks. And one that our good friend director Morgan Wellborn has been putting out there is the being on the cover. And why is this important? Because from what I understand, and from if I read this post wrong, please correct me, Morgan. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like the first scene in the movie. It's going to be one of the first things you see in Helvira's Haunted Asylum of Horror is your face on Pervert magazine. So that is a really cool damn perk. So hop on over there to Kickstarter, put in Pervert magazine. I know it. You have to be of like minds with all of us weirdos and degenerates to really, get into something like this. So go over there and check that out, and go over and follow or do whatever you have to do with these campaigns to get notified of the launch of Helvira's Haunted Asylum of Horror Kickstarter campaign September 1st. But get over there now and sign up, and hey, if you can't help financially, a lot of us just aren't really equipped to do that, even though we do support the projects. One thing that you can do that helps tremendously is post it far and wide. Post it everywhere. Share it far and wide. That's the next best thing to help in the campaign. So one more thing, and then we'll get started. And I don't want to see you over there taking notes when I talk about putting bug spray in your significant other's drink either. You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Put bug spray in yours.
Probably.
The coughing has started.
It was in here with you.
It was. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm at the cops at the doors, and we just seen on a live that. No. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Indie Horror Junkie podcast, episode 2. We're gonna have Jack Bremen, actor, writer, director, doing more writing and directing now. Started out acting. He sounds like he's gonna be a really fun interview. Or oh god, I said it.
Yeah.
You hear me? I kind of interview. I can't really say it. A discussion. I hate interview. I hate that word interview. So but it's going to be really fun. Myself and Rotting Ricky D.
Yeah.
I love it. We're gonna be talking a bunch of indie horror projects from perspectives from both sides of the camera, because Jack has been on both sides of the camera, and so that should be pretty interesting. 8 p.m. Eastern. Get over there to the Indie Horror Junkie. Follow it here. As you know what? I have this up here, and I'm not sure why I didn't show it. Bam! There you go. There's all the links to the podcast, to the .com. I had a brain fart there. The .com. IndieHorrorJunkie.com, and there you can take and you can check out all the past issues. Issue 4 is coming out September 13th, and check out all the cool stories. Keep yourself updated with indie horror. They're the one-stop shop for indie horror. That's what it's all about. So hey, we're going to get into this article. And again, I don't want to see you taking notes over there.
Yeah, that's why you didn't send me the article.
Damn right. No, I mean, you watch a lot of true crime and all of these, I think you watched Snapped a lot, didn't you?
Not really.
But you didn't watch that one a lot?
Mm-mm.
No. It's always a chick snapping on, the dude. But I guess that's the whole premise of the show. As you see, I have my Mornings with the Dred coffee mug. And if you would like one of those coffee mugs, you can contact me, or you can just go over there to Paige Shelton Creations. And I'll type, Mrs. Dreds, could you type that in? It'd be under my name, but I'll type it in here. I'll do it right now. Don't think I won't. Sheldon Creations over there on Facebook. Good morning, Tanya. Oh, I'm glad that she showed up when she did, because guess where this story is coming from that we're gonna kick off before we get into a couple movie reviews. Guess where?
Florida.
You're pretty good. You've done this before, haven't you?
A few times.
Yes, a cop. Cops say a woman put bug spray in. Now, do they spell bay as Beau, or is that Bo?
Bo.
And Bo's drink.
Like her beau. Her boyfriend. Her.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
That's
the
facts,
lingo
Tanya.
now,
That's facts. Tanya.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, big surprise. Big surprise. Yeah, August 18th, after an evening out of drinking, a Florida woman allegedly served up a nightcap spiked with Raid bug killer to her boyfriend, the father of one of her children.
What happened to the other fathers?
Exactly. According to the arrest affidavit, Veronica Klein, 29. That rhymed. I keep going. I ain't got time.
Oh my God.
That's stupid. Contacted the victim early this morning to say she was coming home from drinking at the bar and wanted him to, quote, serve her an alcoholic beverage so they could drink together. Klein and the 24-year-old victim are parents to a 1-year-old girl. Klein has at least one other child with a different man. Yeah, I'm curious to where his ass is at. After Klein arrived at the residence in De Leon Springs, maybe Tanya probably knows where that's at. I don't know. The victim told cops he consumed about 2 drinks. Quote, when he began feeling sick. And after falling ill, the man recalled that Klein admitted adding Raid roach spray to at least 2 beverages.
And he drank one. That's the amazing thing.
And he drank them, yeah.
How could you not?
You would think. I guess it depends on the kind of alcohol. Some alcohol, you know, I mean, they're pouring drinks, so we're not talking a beer. We're talking something strong that may have a bitter taste. Maybe he didn't.
But I have never tasted a liquor that tasted chemically.
Like bug spray.
Yeah.
The victim told police that he threw up for 30 minutes before he was able to dial 911 for assistance. The man became extremely ill and could not speak without vomiting. When questioned by deputies with the Volusia, whatever, county sheriff's office, he was transported by EMS to a local hospital for treatment of the Raid poisoning. Now, you know,
wow.
and this
she was trying to kill him.
There's no doubt. I mean, why would you do that anyway? The victim gave police an audio recording of Klein reportedly admitting to spiking his drinks with Raid. Investigators also located a 17.5 ounce can of Raid and ant roach spray, which promises, quote, to kill on contact with no lingering odors and boast of an outdoor fresh scent. The police probe determined Veronica did, in fact, intentionally introduce a chemical compound into the victim's drink with the intent to kill and or injure him. She was charged with poisoning. Klein's being held in the county jail on a felony count.
Wow.
Why do who is saying this? Lucan. Why do people try to off their significant other? Just leave. That is something I always say, especially watching a lot of these true crime things. You know, the first one that comes to mind that I know everyone knows about is Chris Watts. And right. I think Bobby Tutro and myself even, you know, may have mentioned or talked about something like this in the past, or hell, maybe it was me and you. You know, okay, he had an, you know, external what they call it, extra marriage, or what is it, what's
extramarital?
Yes
relation.
yeah he was having an affair. Why not just leave your wife versus killing them all?
Yeah.
Volusia. Okay. Insurance money or potential marriage money is the only thing I can think of. Yeah, and it's got to be, yeah, insurance money. A lot of that, you know, we do find the case, you know, there you just follow the money basically, and you know, but you know, you do find some that's just like, oh well, I don't want her to find out, so I'm gonna kill them all.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill my whole damn family. Or jail, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. She didn't do a very good job, though. This
just made him sick.
It just made him sick. And, you know, now she's going to do some pretty good time for this. That's it? Is that all you got?
Nothing.
You got nothing. Well, you weren't taking
retarded
notes, so that's a good thing.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
It is, right? But I have seen pictures of pizza delivery boxes that say, you know, open before eating, or you know, do not eat. You know, there's specific. Thank you, Carl. There's specific, you know, stupid instructions. There's instructions on how to make a fucking Pop-Tart, Jody.
Yeah, I know.
So, there's nothing, off the table here. All right, we're going to talk. Which one do you want to start with? We're going to talk.
Start with the first one we watched.
To start with the first one we watched, and that was Resurrected. This was a trailer that was sent to me by a coworker. It's all downhill, Mrs. Dreds, when coworkers start following you on Facebook. But he is a horror fan and kind of like a magnet. Man, people see that I like horror, and those are my people. Those are the ones that come and talk to me. And being in a big distribution, center warehouse type deal, there's a lot of people running around, but there's only, a few that, are attracted. Tanya said, must be all the leprosy killing people's brains. I couldn't agree more. That is a possible theory. I'm supposing Lou can. Black widows that stack like 5 or 6 blow my mind. Really, we aren't seeing a pattern here. I have said that numerous times. There are, so many cases where there's like 3 or 4, people, or like Lugan said, 5 or 6, trail of bodies behind this one woman. And a lot of times, those are the cases that I see. Those Black Widow type cases are the ones that usually involve some kind of insurance, some kind of money. They take them out, they set the place on fire, they collect some insurance, move on to the, the next job.
Guy. To the next guy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so he sent me a trailer. Long story short, he sent me a trailer. So we decided, hey, we'll check it out. It was funny because, he said he didn't like really indie horror films. He says as indie as he goes is like Terrifier 2. Then we watched this movie. I'm like, this is total indie film. This is a total independent production here. And to me, even though it came out in this year, it looked like it may have been put together either during COVID, or that was just the strategy that they took. You see a lot of like on camera type stuff,
like how things are
things was like done remotely,
right?
But here's the trailer real quick. Check this out, and we'll be back to talk about it.
Hello, my love.
Hey, babe, how was the game?
Nikki hit 2 singles and a double.
I would have got a triple, but only if I didn't triple for second base.
That's why I keep telling you to round your corners.
Why isn't Nikki in the back in his car seat?
Because he's a big boy. He's not a little baby anymore. He gets to ride up front with his old man. I am here to offer you a miracle.
The churches claim to have achieved the impossible. They have discovered how to resurrect the recently deceased.
We're not offering immortality. We're offering a second chance.
Years ago, I hurt someone. They couldn't forgive me. I couldn't forgive myself, even after I became a priest.
I was thinking I could ask Mom to invite you.
You know what, buddy? Don't bother her. If she wants to invite me, she will.
We're trying to move the church into the 21st century.
The church is hiring ex-hackers to look for my sins.
They put you in charge of judging people's souls.
Crazy, right?
The one-lifers say bringing humans back to life, it's devaluing being alive.
There's been an incident. One of the construction workers just started pushing his co-workers off the edge. 17 people fell to their death. This man was someone from your flock. You were his counselor, Stan.
I'm with the Resurrected Persons Unit of the Bureau.
Am I under internal investigation?
Of course not.
Is the church trying to cover something up?
What are you doing here?
You stay away from my family. Please, just tell me what's going on.
There's something there, I'll find it.
You hacked into the FBI.
They're tracking you.
Make them stop.
They're coming to silence me.
Father, who is trying to silence you?
They're here.
Once you see what we've seen, you'll be grateful. You'll all thank us.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too, son.
That's the point of a miracle, isn't it? You've got to have faith.
All right. So that it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool trailer for one.
Yeah.
It piqued my interest. It has well, before we get in this, what is Lucan saying? In fairness to women, that one guy shoved his wife into the Grand Canyon twice and tried to take his third wife hiking in the Grand Canyon. Really? So this has a little bit of everything in it.
Yeah.
This has like I guess you could say what, like Vatican, you know, the really upper echelons of, you know, organized religion, conspiracy, hacking. I mean, there's a little bit of everything. There's mass murder. And the premise is, and correct me if I'm wrong, the premise is, as you've seen in the trailer, you know, their son is killed in a car accident.
Right.
And the one priest, cardinal, whatever the hell he is, cardinal, that you see in the trailer in the red, he approaches the mother, because the mother and the father separated because he had claimed to his wife that, yes, after the baseball game, he had a beer or two, wasn't drunk, but yet gets in this car accident, which consequently, you know, they lose their son. And I won't give any, you know, like real spoilers. But I mean, this is just basic stuff that you're going to know. I mean, that you pretty much see in the trailer. This priest or cardinal takes and offers, they are, you know, I don't know, working with the government, I believe.
I would assume.
I'm pretty sure. And because it's a wild ride of a movie, so you got to kind of pay attention. There's a lot of, you know, facets involved. He tells the mother that, you know, they have this, you know, they've been doing these experiments and that he could basically give her child back. And she agrees. And what happens is he comes back and everything seems normal. And until things start happening and some murders occur, and they start not with the little boy, not with their son, because he grows up, you know, and he seems to be a level-headed kid. You don't really suspect anything, you know, but things start happening. They find out that, you know, he's not the only one who has been resurrected, and they
start doing it with everybody. Anybody who hasn't sinned,
right? Anybody who hasn't sinned
is resurrected,
right?
So they had millions of people that had been, well, yeah, millions of people all over the world that,
and him
were
being
resurrected.
Such a young child, they knew that he probably hasn't sinned in their eyes, I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah. So it goes down a rabbit hole, man. It's a really it's a really wild ride. And I would personally suggest giving it a watch.
Yeah. It's a good, I like it.
Even though it looks like it was, you know, I mean, it doesn't look like it was made cheaply. It was well done.
Yeah.
I thought. The acting, don't know any of the actors, actresses, don't know none of them.
No,
Never heard of
They did a
them,
really good job.
but yeah, I thought the acting was on point. It kind of kept you on the seat, on the edge of your seat. It was a fun watch. I enjoyed that. I'd probably give it about 3.5 stars.
Yeah, that's probably about what I do.
Skulls. 3.5 skulls for that one. Before we get to the next one, last movie we talked about was Nocturne. And Tanya says, just want to say I watched Nocturne, by the way, and it left me pissed off. Thanks for that.
I'm trying to remember what the end of it was.
I'm trying to remember what the hell the damn movie was about. Nocturne. Man, I can't even think of
the one we did last week.
I know, and I can't remember what the hell. We watched so many movies. I watched 3 of them last night.
It was the 2016 Nocturne.
Because there was a couple different ones. If I can give zombie beavers a moment of my life.
Yeah, or Llamageddon.
Yes. I haven't seen zombie beavers. I did see that, in scrolling on Tubi. I watched a really good one last night. Really good one. I'm gonna have to go back and I cannot remember what it is. Well, I'm gonna try and think of that. I just watched it last night. I can't remember. The second movie we're going to talk about is the new Children of the Corn that came out. That's right. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, the possessed chick. Yeah, that was another wild ride that had a lot of different things going on within it. So I've always been a fan of the original Children of the Corn. I mean, that one, like Jaws, has had a lasting effect on me because I will not go near cornfields. They wig me out. And it's from being, younger, 11, 12, 13, when I can't remember when that original came out. But, I was young, preteen, or early teens. And it kind of wigged me out a little bit. I think I came out like 84. So I was like 12 anyway.
I grew up around it, so it never really.
Yeah. You grew up around cornfields and things like that. And it just wigged me out, that music. It was the same thing with The Omen. I always say that. It's the music, man. Oh, that shit. That just creeps me out. So when I heard that they were doing a new Children of the Corn, and mind you, I don't know what people are saying as far as, is this a remake? Is this a continuation? Is this years later? What is this? I think it's more of maybe a reimagining. You don't even have the same premise.
Right.
Of the original.
Well, kind of.
It
kind of does.
In a sense, yes.
Because it's all the kids killing their parents.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there. So I was kind of, long story short, too late. I was kind of excited to see what this was going to be about. And I haven't even seen all of the other Children of the Corns. I'm not going to pay for them. I'm looking to watch them for free. And that hasn't happened yet.
Go to the Walmart $5 bin. You probably find
you can probably find them there. Hey, you know what? I stopped into Walmart the other day on the way back from work on Friday, I believe it was, with my son-in-law, and he had to go get some dog food, and I lost them for a minute because I stopped at that $5 bin and took a quick gander. All right, I'm rambling. Sounding like old Rodney.
But what they have? What did they have? Something?
No.
Oh.
I guess it's Lucan. Lucan, I love ridiculous horror comedy. Tanya says Cujo did that for me. I can see that. I don't like stray dogs. Cujo never really did much of that. Recently saw Evil Dead Rise, and being diehard Bruce fan, I got mad at these remakes, but I love all the Easter egg nods, not to mention well done gruesome and scary. I have to agree with you. That's the one thing I really liked about Evil Dead Rise. We went and seen it in the theater, and I really liked all the Easter eggs, the camera movement, that typical, you know, Sam Raimi camera movement. That was really good. That was good. Thank you guys for that. All right, here it is, Children of the Corn, the trailer, and then we're going to talk about what we thought about it.
Prepare to witness the horrific rise of the next generation of evil. Based on the short story by Stephen King, comes the nightmare like you've never seen it before.
I know, it sucks. It's so hard sometimes you can hardly breathe. But I can help with your pain. Brace yourself. He who walks, he talked to me. He took care of me. So now I'm going to take care of him.
By killing all the adults.
For starters.
Children of the Corn.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if you watch this as a standalone film, it's a good film.
It really is.
If it reminds me of the stigma that Halloween 3 got. If because of it having Halloween in it and no Michael Myers, everybody shit on it. But as a standalone film, if you would have just called it Season of the Witch, it'd have been fine. I think people, I thought the same thing, Tanya. The short curly blonde hair, I can't remember her character's name.
She was my favorite character in that movie.
She did a really good job. Yeah. I think Mr. Nanner says nah. Mr. Nanners is a hard one to please.
Yeah.
No, but I think as a standalone film, if you would have took Children of the Corn out and named it something else, you know, it'd have been good. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of things. This one, you know, involves like big agribiz, you know, getting involved, putting chemicals on the food or on the corn. And they're pretty much losing their cash crop in this town called Ralston. It's not called Gatlin. They don't even use Gatlin. It is based in Nebraska, I believe. But looks like they got away from the Amishness. Yes. Yeah. There wasn't, you know, that real Amish feel to it, like there was with the big, you know, circle brim hats and everything. Mr. Nair says he doesn't like horror movies with kids. It's cringy, unrealistic. There's some good ones out there. I think that's kind of a blanket statement. I'm going to agree to disagree. I think there are some good movies out there that are realistic with kids. I guess it just, it depends. Depends on the child actor. I mean, can they sell the part? That makes it more realistic, I would think, if that's what he's speaking about. But hey, to each his own, I guess. I liked it though. I thought it was pretty cool. Lord of the Flies, Tanya mentions. I never watched that.
I don't think I've ever seen it either.
Didn't read the book. Didn't really care. But yeah, this was a pretty fun watch. It didn't have, I mean, and as you mentioned, it did have the same premise of now, of course, the town folk and a lot of these kids' parents are for letting these companies come in
and tear down the crops
and tear down all the crops. And then, give them money, pretty much buy it underneath, from under them. And a lot of the adults were wanting that. And of course, the children of the corn and those who, believe in the one who walks behind the rows, they try to speak up at a town meeting. They try to vote and voice their opinion. And well, they get quite ridiculed by the local rednecks, and I mean, because they are. That's what their characters are, The Exorcist, yes, great point. The Exorcist, it depends on the child actor and whether or not they can sell it, sell that character. So I guess, yeah, I agree to, kind of agree with you, because some of them are very, very unrealistic, and they shouldn't have gotten that particular, child. So, these child actors in this one weren't too bad. I don't think anyway. But so that's where it comes down to, okay, now these children, they need to get rid of all these parents and kids or adults that want to tear down their corn because they worship the one who walks behind the rows. And that's pretty much where it goes from there. And of course, the main character, the the Drew Barrymore, the one you like, yeah, I thought she did a bang up job. She really sold the character, being scared. I look for that. Do you ever do that? Like, if somebody's supposed to be scared in a movie, I want to see them look terrified. Because if they sell that, then I'm going to feel that. And that's what you want when you watch, a horror movie.
Right.
You want to be scared. But you ain't going to do that if they don't sell it. So, all in all, I guess I'd give this one. I'd give this one probably the same. Well, I'm gonna go 3 skulls on this one. I'll give it the lion's share of the 5 skull limit.
Yeah, I'll go 3.
I'd go 3 too. It was, it was a fun movie.
I stayed awake through it.
You did. I'm very impressed with that. Rock on. Rock on. Whoa! Speaking of Firestarter, yes, Firestarter. That was I seen that years and years ago. I don't really remember that one a whole lot.
Drew Barrymore. That is what Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore, yes. If I'm on a bike and see kids running out of the corn, I still hit the throttle. That's right. That wigs me out. And it's just like Jaws. Jaws did it to me. Here we go. In the last couple minutes that we got here, Tanya says Cujo did that for her, kind of, fucked her up a little bit, with maybe stray dogs and things like that. I don't like stray dogs.
I don't like stray dogs anyway.
Cujo was not the reasoning behind that. What are some of the movies that really kind of put the fear into you and you carried on? Mine was Jaws. What was yours, Mr.
I can't
Dreds?
think of what it was.
There's not
There's
one.
not really one that.
There's not really. Yeah, Jaws probably did it for me. And then a little bit later down the road, Children of the Corn. There's two things I do not like. I always and the weird thing is, back when I lived in Maryland, we go to Ocean City, and we do that every year. When I was younger, my mom and a friend of hers and her two kids, right around my age, and we go out there, and of course you're out there swimming in the ocean, and yeah, that I always had that in the back of my mind. In a pool, I was always thinking about it. I loved to swim, and I'd get in the pool, and it didn't bother me, but it always came to the forefront of my head, So that one kind of stuck with me. The Little Boy in Pet Cemetery messed me up a little bit. Gage, yeah, Gage. They did make a remake to Firestarter. I have not seen
I haven't
that.
seen it yet either.
Sometimes I get kind of excited for maybe a remake. Not too often, so I miss a lot of these remakes. They're Evil Dead. There's an Evil Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it. Call Me a Purist, I guess. I think a lot of people are like that now. The remakes and the reboots, there's no fresh ideas. And a lot of people are, expressing a lot of dislike about, come on, man. Leave the classics alone. I see it every time a new, remake comes up. Going down my Facebook feed, people, commenting, on these different articles. Stop. Leave it alone. It was good. It was fine. Has anyone seen the trailer for the new Exorcist?
I don't think I have.
You haven't? No, actually, I did show it to you.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, they remade Pet Cemetery. Yes. John Lithgow. He played. Oh damn it! I can't remember the names. I'm horrible with names. What's your name? No, the new Exorcist. Again, it's a different twist. It's kind of like how the Children of the Corn is. It's not going by the same storyline. It's got a new storyline, but the same premise.
Right.
So, Judd, that's it. Judd Crandall. Thank you.
Who can?
Lucan. Lucan Sam. He's probably heard these all before. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Lucan. Could it be Lucan? Lucan. All right. Well, I don't have much to say left. I'm kind of running on empty. Started the show on empty, basically. But thank you guys for hanging out with us this morning. Mrs. Dred's gonna go make the bacon.
Yep.
Make the bacon.
Bring home the bacon.
Bring home the bacon, right? Go make the bread so you can bring home and whatever.
You'll get it.
I'll get it. You're making BLTs? But yeah, thank you guys for listening. And please join me in the named after a TV show. Oh, his name? What was the TV show? They need to make a movie about leprosy. Never seen that. Right? Filmed in Central Florida. Hey, I got some filmmaker buddies down there in Florida. Maybe make this happen. It was called Lucan. Okay. I am going to Google that after the show. Awesome. Yeah, join me tomorrow night. 8 p.m. Eastern. over there. Go over there and follow. Let me throw these links up here real quick. Please go over there. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Follow our Facebook page. What? Oh, the comments? Filmed it. You filmed in my house. Well, we can save money on location then. Yeah, follow us over there. Again, Jack Bremen, actor, writer, director, is going to be joining us to talk all things horror, indie horror related, indie horror junkie podcast. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And hey, if you missed it, you can head over there to our YouTube page and you can subscribe over there. And then you can watch it again.
Yeah.
You don't have to subscribe to watch it, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have a great Tuesday.